I'm not infallible, but my makeup is.
Infallible Freshwear Foundation by L'Oréal Paris. Natural breathable coverage. Resists transfer and heat with up to 24-hour wear. Infallible Freshwear Foundation by L'Oréal Paris.
You're worth it.
The journey of any professional athlete is a story with an unknown ending. Becoming a champion can seem like a conclusion, but it's only the beginning of another chapter. For Betania de la Cruz, winning the 2022 championship was a triumphant tale. This season, does Betty author another spectacular chapter? Or does someone else pen their own story of glory? Tonight, we get one match closer to resolving the plot lines. Week 1 of Athletes Unlimited Volleyball concludes next.
Congratulations, outside hitter number 81, Betania de la Cruz.
I remember I cried because it was for me like a perfect season. Not because I finished first place. Very good experience with my son, with my family, friends, and also all the players.
Another example as to why she is our reigning champ.
If I win, I will feel something in my heart because this year was difficult for me, like awards for my effort this year. If not, also it will be in my mind, in my heart, in my all, like I did. I tried and I did my best and I enjoyed the journey.
Welcome to Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on ESPN, presented by the Air National Guard. In sport, you're judged not by how you behave while winning, but rather how you handle adversity. Two teams battling to end the weekend on an upward turn. Team De La Cruz and Team Valentin Anderson meet in a character-defining showdown. Welcome inside of Legacy Park. Kevin Barnett alongside Missy Whittemore. We'll have Savannah Collins on the sidelines in just a moment. And Missy, Team De La Cruz has become a fixture in Athletes Unlimited. That may be in doubt now.
Yeah, it has actually been since season 1, week 1, that we have not had Betty De La Cruz as a captain. Could we be on the precipice of Betty being on the board rather than in the captain's chair? It is going to take a monster performance for her to jump into the top 4 on the leaderboard.
Yeah, her own performance is important, but also that of her first draft pick at the pin. Willow Johnson has been a revelation.
Yeah, here in season 3 of Athletes Unlimited, Willow Johnson has been an absolute highlight reel. She had 15 kills in her first match, turned some heads, and follows that up with 17 on night 2. Even though her team came out on the losing end of that match, she still garnered MVP 1 honors. Just speaks to absolutely how well she is playing.
Opposites always playing a big role in point scoring and how their teams play. Saskia Hippa asked to lift heavy so far in the weekend.
Yeah, Hippa has definitely been the most reliable source of offense on this team that has really struggled with consistency. 13 and 14 kill nights, but she is having to take a whole lot of swings. I think the question tonight really becomes, can she get some help? And I think that help could possibly come from a rookie. Could it be Brooke Nuneviller, the rookie out of Oregon? Only had 7 kills last night, but if you followed Brooke, you know good and well that this is the type of player who is talented enough to go off for a really big number on any given night.
All right, first serve underway. Team Valentin Anderson and Team De La Cruz. There is the aforementioned Brooke Nuneviller wearing orange. And on the other side, the gold team, as it's referred to, or gold side, wearing black jerseys with the gold numbers. My favorite jerseys of the weekend. Alicia Glass-Childress with the set. Betania De La Cruz with the swing there, number 81. And Katie Lukes takes a big cut. Dug anyway. Rotation 1 for Betania De La Cruz and her squad. Willow Johnson, really tough attack. She goes anyway. That's a confidence kind of swing. Betty wiping it off of Lukes. Veteran against a rookie.
The experience of Betania De La Cruz right there, just making what looked to be a difficult situation so easy with that push off the block.
There is Betania De La Cruz, an international superstar and Olympian. At 19, was the Dominican Volleyball Player of the Year. Tough jump service and ace right away.
Well, we said it would take a monster performance for her to possibly have an opportunity to move into the top 4 of the leaderboard. She just killed a ball, and now she steps back to the service line and puts an ace in play.
But Danya puts plus 12 on the board right now. If you were with us earlier, we watched Team Edmond finish out a perfect weekend, 75-44. Another record for the women wearing purple this particular opening weekend. They were absolutely dominant against Team Nutsara, who was so good on Friday night. We wondered if they were maybe overpowered. Turns out Team Edmond was the OP.
And, you know, as you mentioned, it really wasn't that Nutsara didn't look like they had things together. It was just such a complete performance by Team Edmond, and a little bit sad that's the last time we'll see that team together.
I ran to Leah Edmond, and she said, I don't know how I got away with that team. Right after the draft, completely texted me, I don't know how you got away with that.
That was actually my thought. When I saw the team, I thought, how in the world are these players still on the board in the 4th and 5th round of the draft?
You might have figured out if you haven't been with us before, we're going to play 3 sets. We're going to add up the aggregate for the overall victory. Team De La Cruz, in fact, last night won 2 sets of the 3 and lost the overall by 1 point to Team Nutsara. They're still looking for their first victory. On the other side, for Team Valentin Anderson, they have gone down 63-75 and 58-75, a couple of tough matches, and they have yet to win a set on the weekend. Childress saves that one. Benson goes overhead. It'll be Nunaviller doing some work. De La Cruz can't quite corral it.
A stabbing play to her left, and De La Cruz frustrated with herself as Willow Johnson not able to make a second contact on that.
There is Nunaviller still looking for an offensive breakout match from the one-time Oregon star. Another Oregon star. We've already seen a number of breakouts. She has gone through the razor wire, over the fence, and is miles into the forest at this point.
And that's really the other player on this gold squad. Who could she potentially make a big enough push? The performances we've seen from her on night 1 and night 2, is it possible that she could push for a top spot on the board?
Tommy Lee Jones still searching every outhouse and hen house for Willow Johnson. Did she get enough of it? Not quite. Alicia Childress giving it everything she's got. Yeah, that's all right. We'll get the microphone.
No lack of effort from Team De La Cruz so far to start tonight. This is a very focused group right now. They see some points within reach, and they're going after them.
Yeah, speaking of Olympians, a 2016 bronze medalist. Alicia Glass at the time, Childress, a one-time Penn State star. Benson with the dig, that's duck on duck. Betty gets that one with 2 hands. Lindsay van der Weide. Speaking of looking for a breakout performance, van der Weide, you know she's capable.
Absolutely. It was a slow start to her season 3 on night 1, but it's been all up since there. She came on strong last night. Certainly looks like she's picking up where she left off. There it is. We talked about help from Nunaviller, and you get some early in the match. Love that swing. Even better set. Really nice set from Valentin Anderson. We talked to her yesterday in the stands, and she said, she was asked, what's the one thing you would fix if you could just push a button? And she said, the connection with my outsides. So it's been a little frustrating. Looks like maybe they got some fixing going on.
That one's a little tight. Save, touch by both sides. Karis Watson hustling back, gets another touch. Good work by 48, doesn't quite pay off against Kaz Brown.
Really nice work in transition by Kaz Brown. Set her in the front row, so open swings on the right side. And she does a nice job working the entire net.
Nunaviller from the line. Working that straight ahead shot. Betty trying to reset the play, does so. No swing to be had. Standing down ball, and that's going to be 4 contacts. So they had a quick bang, bang, 1-2, and that will go against Team De La Cruz. How does this league work? Well, it's 44 of the best volleyball players on the planet in an innovative individual scoring system, but it's related to your success. The top 4-point leaders are the week captains. We get new teams every Tuesday. We play Friday, Sunday, and Monday at the exact same time, so we're going to be here. We hope you plan to join us as well.
So
Barnett and Missy Whittemore.
So Tuesday, as in tomorrow, new teams coming your way.
New teams on the way tomorrow, and they will shuffle up and deal Friday night. 7-7 the start to set number 1. Lukes tries to power it through. Van der Weide with the dig. Outside, what a delivery. That ball's long. All right, we gave you the look at the league, and here is the leaderboard as it stands right now after our first match. Leah Edmond, Allie Linehan, Morgan Hens, Sydney Healy, Danielle Hart. Well, there's only 4 captains in there. They're all the same color at the moment.
Look at that. It is covered in purple. And if you saw that first match, it was Hens, Edmond, and Hilly picking up MVP points for the final shuffle to figure out who would land on top.
Okay, you were talking about Team De La Cruz and how present that has been. Betty has 451 points entering tonight. Her average point output is 274. Okay. That's going to get her to about 725. That's not going to be enough.
Does that include her win points if they could get a sweep?
274 output. Yeah.
Maybe MVP points. I don't know. I'm trying. I think it's possible.
It's going to take quite an effort from Betania De La Cruz. It's not that she's incapable. That would be something otherworldly. We've seen her do superhuman stuff.
Exactly.
But I'm thinking right now, Betty's going to be on the board.
Which is going to be really, really interesting because it seems like the no-brainer pick, right? And yet we're going to have a lot of really young captains, and they played very well this week, surrounding themselves with familiar faces. So do they go for Betty, who seems like the no-brainer, or are they quick to go to maybe a little bit more of a collegiate crowd that they're comfortable with?
Yeah, that 274 is total.
Okay.
So that's her average score.
Okay.
So I think she ends up on the board. And here's the thing about Betty. You might wonder, she's been a captain for so long. She's an international veteran, an Olympian, could be an Olympian again next year in Paris. She's wearing the champion's patch on her right arm for last year's victory. Is she hard to play with? Is she not hard to play with? She is super easy to play with.
And these players have scrimmaged coming into this week, obviously, practicing together. So getting to know one another. And you would think that they are starting to understand who's easy to play with. And if Betty is easy to play with, I would expect her to be coming off the board pretty quickly.
And she is a weapon all around, too, defensively. And with that jump serve, we are already seen an ace and a near ace. She'll deploy it again now. Line to line is her favorite. Bang, there's another one. Hey, how about the De La Cruz stock? What should I do?
I don't think it ever dipped. It's just high, and it's staying high.
How's the dividend? Pretty good dividend?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
She's going to need 420 points in this match. Her first 2 trips to the service line are a step in that direction. Wait, another one with almost no spin on it. That was tough. Transition, stuff block. Tori Dixon, number 23 at orange.
Nice, strong hands of Tori Dixon. Willa Johnson has been a difficult book to figure out. But maybe here on night 3, finally some scouting to slow down Willa Johnson.
Roll shot. Betty made a good read, but couldn't quite get enough of it. Nunaviller cleans up her own attack. And we talked about the leaderboard and how it works. This is how it's updating right now. It is all blue and purple. And that was coming in. It became even more purple over the course of that record-setting victory by Team Edmond.
And as of right now, there is a libero who could be in the captain's chair and a setter as well. Be very interesting to see who does a libero take with their first pick. You have to think they're going for the biggest arm on the board.
Our guy Mickle did the scouting on that, talked to Morgan Hens, and the answer was the biggest arm that's available.
Yep, got to do it.
Offense first. A little run through by Willow Johnson. And the volume of plays being made by Ducks is high. That one's dug over, just out. We're gonna change the name. I know we're in Legacy Park here in Mesa, Arizona for the entirety of the league. 4 more weeks coming up, a champion crowned at the beginning of November. But right now in this match, this is the pond.
Ducks in the pond.
Yeah, ducks abound here.
I like it.
That one can't be saved by the one-time duck number 44, Willow Johnson.
Not quite there for Kayla Caffey, but tell you what, I'm so impressed. The middles at this level are just such incredible athletes. We've seen them dig some big-time balls in the back row.
Tori Dixon's going to get a shot here off her own service, nearly put it to the floor. Nuneviller underneath, popped over, bang, bang, play. Saucy with the kill.
Incredible reaction by Saucy to put that ball back over after what was such an incredible swing from Vandewide. It feels like this deserves kill points. Wow.
Johnson, Tori Dixon, just as you mentioned, defense from middles. Is it in? No, it's just wide.
Defense wanting those 5 dig points. Excuse me, middles wanting those 5 dig points.
They only get one shot at it. Tori Dixon making the most of it. And now we have a challenge, a captain's challenge. You have 2 per set you can use. And in or out is the word we're getting from the officials. Critical moment here. First set. Ooh. Missy? Nope.
I've got it out. However, I called a ball very similar to that out in the first match, and the officials ruled otherwise.
No fear.
So,
No fear. You got blocked last game.
I'm a little nervous.
Okay, you got blocked.
I did.
Now it's time to take another hard swing. In or out?
I'm going out.
Okay. Good job.
What about you?
Good job. I'm going to roll shot. I think that's in. Based on last time, I think that's in.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Well, what fun is it if we don't have court controversy here?
Oh.
You know? It's like when Kramer got the old Merv Griffith set. We're going to court controversy and animals. That's our new format here. Just wait. Just wait till we have a visiting eagle with Dr. Jack Hanna here in the booth next week. 14 apiece. Captain's Challenge. Glad you're with us for Athletes Unlimited Volleyball. We want you to be here every single weekend. We play doubleheaders every time, and that ball is out. Confirmed.
I think I'm about 1 for 10. Good job, me.
Hey, consistency is sometimes rewarded. All right. Kevin Barnett, Missy Whittemore, Savannah Collins on the sidelines. Our final match of week 1. The draft coming up tomorrow. Keep an eye on your players. And boy, the draft strategy is going to be really interesting if you have a libero, a setter, and a couple of outsides. As the captains, Betty with the dig. Sharp inside. Vandewide, angle. Team Dela Cruz goes 15-14, and that will take us to the technical timeout of set number 1. Tight action as expected. Valentin, Anderson, and Dela Cruz. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on ESPN is sponsored by the Air National Guard and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact.
Take your lashes to paradise. My outfit, designer. But my mascara, drugstore. I mean, these results really speak for themselves. Is that not insane? Lash Paradise is that good. I'm obsessed.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
I always think captain have a responsibility to pick the team, to maybe lead the team, but also the big responsibility is to give their best to the team. And that's why the team can see you and follow you. and I think this is the way to win.
Team De La Cruz 15, Team Natalia Valentin Anderson 14. We're in a tight race as both of these squads are looking for their first win of the weekend. Team De La Cruz lost on Friday night by just 4 in the overall, by only 1 last night. So they are right there in these matches, but they've got some things they need to work out when the game moves down the line. Some focuses for them are, they're such a physical squad, they need to lean into that on their offense. When their momentum is in play, they cannot fall into a lull once they hit that 20-point mark. The focus against this orange team, though, was that this is a tough team to beat when they are in system. So they got to serve tough, like we've seen from the captain tonight, and keep that going in order to keep this team out of system. Kevin, Missy, back to you.
Savannah, I really like that point of the physicality of Team Gold and their desire to lean into that. I think we're seeing that early from Willow Johnson, who's taking big rips, not even concerned about that block in front of her. And how about Vanda White, 2 people who have really stepped up to help carry the load with Betty De La Cruz.
And you have to do that. You have to hold your edge.
Yeah.
If you get timid, it's over. I always just think about that with passing, struggling passing. It was, I'm not going to let the ball play me. I'm going to play the ball. I'm going to make a definite move to the ball. And while it wasn't perfect, it was certainly better.
I don't envy you one bit. As a former setter, passing just scares me.
That's why I liked opposite.
Ooh,
I went
yeah.
back and forth. Like, hey, guys, can you pass the ball so I can play it? How about that play right there? Valentin Anderson pops it up right next to the net. Delivery to Betty. Yeah, that's usually a guarantee when it's that pretty.
Yeah, soft hands of Alicia Childress.
17-15 Team De La Cruz. Betty a star, and we have another star in the stands. One of my faves. Deja McClendon.
Hey.
Look at you with the peeps.
Hey guys, I'm here with AZ Storm. Let's go, guys! We're having a blast watching one of their teammates or club mates playing out here. Who are you guys rooting for on the court right now? Willow Johnson. Yes, we're super, super excited to be watching Willow Johnson. And we have, what's your name?
I'm Hazel.
And Hazel, what's your favorite position to play?
I'm outside right side.
Outside right side. Outside right side?
Yeah.
So who's your favorite player to watch right now?
I think it's 44.
Number 44, Willow? Yeah, she's pretty bomb, huh? Okay. I have a question for you. If you were on the court, what would you be doing right now?
I'd honestly probably try to hit high hands because it's a really big block out there.
And what have you noticed about the level of play on the court right now?
Just the power behind all their swings is really crazy.
Yeah, Bethania especially, huh? She's strong. What are you expecting the orange team to do to try to kind of get back in this game?
Probably set Brooke Nunaviller.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's an awesome point. Yeah, and how did you feel about watching the first game, Team Purple?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, no!
But I watched yesterday, and you guys did really good.
Okay, thank you. I mean, I cheered my little heart out. But Leah Edmond had an amazing match. Do you have any thoughts on Leah's game?
I just thought it was good. Like, the level play was good. They were doing really good.
Awesome. Let's talk to some people back here. What's your name?
Kaya.
Diane, do you play volleyball as well?
Yeah.
What position do you play?
I play outside.
Outside? And what are you liking to watch today at Athletes Unlimited?
Great communication and their spikes.
Yeah! Do you have a favorite player right now?
Yeah, number 48, Paris.
Yeah! Shout out, Karis! Does anybody else want to give a shout out to one of their favorite players? Any shout outs? Any shout outs?
Go Willow!
Yay, Willow! We're so excited. Okay, let's watch Lindsay here. She's got a great serve. She's got an awesome serve. Woo! That was a good one.
Deja McClendon, great job out there. I have a question for you before we let you go star in the stands.
Sure.
When are we going to see you back out on the floor?
I'm doing the best I can to get my body back in shape to get on the floor. I had a little ankle sprain, unfortunately, at the beginning of the week. But I'm feeling really great. I got to jump, and I'm hoping to get back on the court for the next week.
All right, we're hoping to get you back out there, and I, for one, hope that Roger and Suzanne come back. Mom and Dad need to be here more often so I can hang out with them in the hotel lobby. Great to see the family out.
Yeah, I'm super proud that they got a chance to come, and they're somewhere in the stands, too. Maybe we'll get them on here.
Oh, they're stars in the stands. We know this.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Deja. Star in the stands. We'll check in with Deja in a little bit as we're back underway live on the court, and that kill goes to Katie Lukes on the left-hand side. A tight first set. We kind of expected that. We didn't expect Team Valentin Anderson to just fade off.
Well, as Deja's crew just pointed out, seeing some high, hard hand shots. I'm so impressed with the knowledge of our volleyball players in the stands with Deja. And the fans are going to like that one, because if you hadn't noticed, they are loyal to their Arizona natives, Willow Johnson being one of them, Brooke Nunaville another, who got the Arizona to Oregon connection, and they've got fans in the stands.
It's a pipeline. It's been established. No one even fought its development. It was just put in and no one cared.
I really like the way De La Cruz has maintained a very steady level of play through set one. I think there's been some matches we've seen where they've just had drops. They've allowed strings of points, but this is a really focused team this evening.
Another tough serve right in front of Benson. And Lukes, who hits a little bit different kind of ball. That's one of the faster attacks I've seen on the left.
Yeah, hits a little higher ball, a very flat, hard shot that you get from Katie Lukes. And I think that could have been one of the players that Valentin Anderson was alluding to when she was wanting to get the connection just right. A little different set to Lukes, I think.
All right, Rai Santos into serve. We had her star in the stand. She did an outstanding job with the broadcast. And now she's serving, trying to keep it alive toward Dixon powering through. And that was a national team matchup right there. That was
yes, it was. Yeah.
At the middle blocker spot, stuck there.
Not by design. Childress blocking Dixon there.
Typically, it's Childress to Dixon. This was Childress v. Dixon. Eddie, a little bit inside, got enough of it, did the block. Back row, Nunaville. Open court, smartly done, number two.
What a smart shot. Block help coming from the right side from Childress, opens up right front, and of course, Willow Johnson in the back row. And so what does Brooke Nunaville do? Just finds the sweet spot. Really well placed.
Valentin Anderson back within one. Those aggregate points are hugely important. Even if you lose the set, you want to only give away two. Betty rips the line. You were remarking about Betty, even amongst international athletes, Betty pretty special in her physical construction.
I mean, look at her hands. They are just massive. I mean, she was born to play some volleyball.
Yeah, she has maximized it, been an international superstar for a long time. It is so difficult to stay at that level as long as she has. No, Morris nearly had it. That little extra touch off the block may have stopped it. You've seen Betty De La Cruz serve aces already. The Big Beth putting an ace down and putting 10 trees on the planet. Aspiration Aces program for every ace in the league this year. Not just Betty's aces, everyone's. We will put 10 trees via aspiration into the Earth's atmosphere. That'll be nice.
It does feel as though perhaps Betty has contributed the most trees.
I still want to know what kind. Are these hardwoods? Are these fast growing? Is it a cottonwood, a maple?
I'm hoping maybe dogwood. I like that.
Oh, dogwood. Oh, nice.
I'm kind of a fan.
Yeah. Well, it's a southeastern kind of tree, isn't it? A hackberry, if you want, for those of you who are aficionados of trees. Deuces. If you're aficionados of good volleyball, this is it right here. Saskia Hippa, been largely quiet here in set number one. Do you give it to her again? Yes, here she comes. Down the line winner.
I think it's actually good news for you to say that Hippa's been a little quiet, because she's been overutilized in the first two matches and some inconsistent play. That time, look what happened. She gets an in-system swing, and it's a big rip and a kill for Hippa.
23-22 off of this kill from Hippa, a timeout called by De La Cruz.
Right down the line. So well placed.
Going inside out, Amanda Benson and crew have rallied at just the right moment. They're 2 away from closing out their first set victory of the weekend.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes does. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
Wow. Can luxury connoisseurs tell the difference between an expensive mascara and Lash Paradise? Are you ready to put your makeup expertise to the test?
This one is the more expensive one.
That one is Lash Paradise.
I am sold.
It's confirmed. You don't have to pay for luxe results.
It's really hard to put into words what going back to Penn State, going back to Happy Valley, as a pro, as a professional, after a lot of years, 3 kids, it was like being embraced by a warm hug. Like, just people that in the community that supported volleyball then are still there, and they're still supporting it, and they're still so passionate. The energy still feels the same, and I just really give credit to, you know, whether it's the Booster Club or just fans in general, like, they're just so supportive, and they made my time there really, really special.
Alicia Glass-Childress. What a special moment for so many of these athletes on that spring tour, an opportunity to play back at their old schools. So many of them mentioned that.
Yeah, when you listen to each of those who had that opportunity to talk about it, several really just get teary-eyed. They say it just felt like home, and what an amazing experience that was for them. And you know the fans thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, 3 kids now, her and husband Josh Childress, one-time NBA star. They're homeschooling the kids. That is quite an undertaking. Lukes will take a little shot. Childress overhead. Namaris to Willow. Hippa again in rhythm. But Johnson did not have much of a run up that at all.
That's all arm right there. As you said, not much time to get out and prepare for an approach. She just gathers herself and jumps, and the pop that she's had on her arm has just been consistent this year.
Playing in her hometown here in Phoenix, the greater Phoenix area. We're down in Mesa. Oh, Betty to the line. Already multiple aces. Too long. And a set point now for Team Valentin Anderson. They have to be pumped. Katie Lukes to do the honors. Hippa, Nunaviller, and Dixon front row. Not enough. Johnson. The Nunaviller. That was in practice a couple years ago for Matt Ulmer.
Yeah.
Let's play extra time, shall we? To 25, win by 2. All stat points count. Childress again with a beautiful read. Battle at the net. Dixon pops it up. Childress outside. Excellent opportunity here. Valentin Anderson, no, not yet, stabbed up. More middle defense. But it doesn't pay. Hippa and Dixon with the block. Second set point coming for Valentin Anderson.
Gotta love the effort of the middles in the back row. Such a nice stab by Kayla Caffey. And then looks like Vanderwaide is trying to shove one off the outside hand, but Hippa too strong.
Johnson block covered. Childress again makes a small, giant play.
Yes, she does. She tends to have a knack for that. Just makes the game look very easy, but boy, she does the small ball things so well.
Saving the set and 40 team points for her side. They're going to need a couple on their own serve here.
Johnson and De La Cruz both in the back row.
Trying to get the advantage, and they have it via that block Team De La Cruz, first opportunity to add 40 to their score and keep Team Valentin Anderson winless.
Scoring points the quick way. Tough serve and a good block. Look at Karis Watson just diving into the angle there.
Kids from AZ Storm are pumped. We had some Karis fans.
Yes, we did.
Time out Valentin Anderson here at 26-25 De La Cruz. But Tanya De La Cruz trying to will her team across the edge. They have put up some quality numbers and some outstanding sets, just unable to kind of push it over the finish line for the win. They lost 70-69 to Team Nutsara on a swing that was a 100-point ball from Aubrey Cruz. This was in spite of Willow Johnson's 17 kills and hitting 420.
Yeah, and that was even after winning the first 2 sets. So it was the aggregate score that allowed Nutsara to be the overall champion. And again, with the close set 1 that we've got going right now, we are again in a position where the aggregate score could be at stake when the point spread is so small over the course of the sets.
Willow Johnson, Tanya De La Cruz, the offensive powerhouses for Team De La Cruz in this week. Very interesting to see what happens with their stock in tomorrow's draft. With Betty on the board, how early does she go? Willow, she's going to be the top opposite off the board for sure. Back to start of the stands, Deja McClendon. Did you find a familiar face?
Hi, guys. Oh, hey. I found another star in the stands. Hi.
Hey.
What's your name?
I'm Roger.
Hi, Roger.
Better known as Deja's dad.
Hey, Dad. So you were lucky enough to give a game ball away this week. And how was that experience for you?
It's awesome to be here at Athletes Unlimited. You guys are awesome. I mean, this talent is incredible. The competition and energy is amazing. Look at all these fans that are here. So it was fantastic. And for you guys to have an environmental impact and a focus with Green Sports Day, I'm really honored and proud that you guys participated. So thank you to Unleash Athletes Unlimited.
We're so happy that you're here. And back to set point. I'm so excited. I wonder if they're going to be able to pull it out there.
Check us out. Come check us out.
All right. The McClendon family, Team McClendon, holding it down. Here we go. Team De La Cruz trying to finish it off. Hippo! Look at that!
Is that an assist from Brooke Nuneviller from well off the back of the court? Wow, Hippa.
Wow. Put the turkey into the slicer here.
Look at this.
Shave off a set saver.
I mean, Nuneviller just hanging it up there, and then the guts of Hippa to go after it.
And then the block. Valentin Anderson right back, their third chance to close their first set of the weekend. Kaz Brown up there, that's good for Team Valentin Anderson. She's shown her blocking chops, number 10 in orange. Hip it to the back row. Betty, perfect pass. Vanda Wida blocked, stabbed up. Nuneviller wins it. Sweet relief for Valentin Anderson.
This one has to feel good for Valentin Anderson. They have been searching for a set win, and to come out and go toe-to-toe with Team Gold. And I think they're getting some nice multiple performances, not just Hippa, a little help from Nuneviller. Nice performance there by the rookies, Nuneviller and Lukes, as they really hung in there on serve receive. We've consistently seen our rookies targeted on serve receive. And as we know, at the professional level, that is a difficult skill.
Valentin Anderson, 28-26. They managed to take the first set. It wasn't easy. They get 40 set points, and they're going to carry a lead into set number 2, but they still have to face down Willow Johnson at home.
It makes me proud of that people can see that for sure I'm a great player, but also I'm able to lead a team. I not only look for good skills, but also like I want to have a team that's gonna enjoy playing, you know? And I think that's the one thing I learned the most last year. I feel like you don't need that seed to lead. You could also lead a team without having it, you know? And I want to for sure make my team feel comfortable enough that they could be like, hey, I'm able to lead because, you know, Natty wants us to.
Team Valentin Anderson gets their first set win of week 1, and their captain is feeling it from one bench to the other. She cheered the whole time. They switched sides, and they executed the 3 Ps that she gave her team for this game. The first is passion. That comes naturally to this group. We saw that fire that they dug into at the end of the match. Persistence. They have struggled when they hit the 20-point mark. Only once in this week had they got past 20 points in a set, and they were able to complete that this time. And poise. When another team kicked it into another gear, changed their plan, started to execute, they needed to remain calm and come up with their own solutions. That was what she gave her team coming into this match, and it paid off in their 28-26 set win.
Savannah, I love the plan. Passion, persistence, and poise. And you don't need poise any more than when you are tied 20-24 at the end of a set. And you really saw it come through with the late set performance there.
Definitely. They talked a lot about how they wanted to have a grit today in these games. They've struggled when it comes down the line. It's as if other teams are figuring things out, and they felt like they started to fall apart in late games. So when they come out hot, they needed to be able to keep that through the match. That was some of their focuses, and we got to see it play out in that win, especially when things looked like things weren't going to go their way.
It feels like the weekend is just a little too short for Team Valentin Anderson, as I feel like they've started to hit a stride here on night 3.
Yep, they feel like they have the pieces, that they've had the pieces all along, and their captain really has talked about, I just got to figure out how to get them all to come together.
Let's see if they can repeat it here in set 2. Thanks, Savannah.
All right, Savannah Collins checking in once again. I love that passion, persistence, poise. And she added to that pieces. Now, Missy, you added grit. You got to stay with the theme, please.
Persistence is grit. Come on.
Alliteration. Look at this swing. Oh, Nomaris with the left hand. The law firm, Nomaris, Velez, and Augusto. Not this time. First point, second set, Valentin Anderson. We got you covered here. Law firm, representation, insurance, whatever you need, it's in this match.
It's got to feel good for Valentin Anderson to take the court, put the first point up, carry that momentum from set 1.
If you're wondering who the insurance agency is, it's Benson Insurance. You're in good hands with Amanda Benson. There she is. Was there a touch? Our official, Elon Park, waits around and sees none. So we're tied.
And as these teams scout one another, you have to think they're looking to their bench. Gabby Blossom played at San Diego a season ago with Katie Lukes. Gabby on the gold team can provide a little insight into Katie's tendencies for sure.
Betty powering through the block. A left-handed stab from Nunnerville. That was an unbelievably athletic move. All right, success for Team Valentin Anderson. We've seen number 26, Maria Schlegel, first year in the league. We've seen her around here a multitude of times. Now we get a chance to catch up a little bit. Professional since 2014, but you're not a native of volleyball, really. You were a track and field athlete first.
Yes, I started actually, hello, everybody. Yes, I started as a track and field. Actually, it was a high jumper. And I also played volleyball when I was a kid, but not really like as my first sport. And at one point, I just decided to do high jump, and I came back as a volleyball world, and here am I.
So I know that the vertical would translate. That part's obvious. What else did you bring over from that track experience that you think has allowed you to be a successful long-term pro?
So I think mentality of an athlete that it's pro, doesn't matter the sport that you do, gives you a lot of like rhythm to, like, you know what you have to do. You're really, your priorities are really fixed. You go every day, you know how to work, you know which is your values and how do you want to work. And I think any sport that you do as a professional will give you that. And in my case, also, I think mentality will be really important because I struggle a lot being a high jumper. And in high jump, I don't know if you know how it works, but you have, for each high, you just have 3 fails. And you always go against yourself. Mm-hmm. And in volleyball, it's so fun. You know, there's a ball, there's like teammates that you can help out when they make a mistake. They can help you. And it's such a fun game that 3 mistakes is nothing because you actually have to do 75 points, 0 to win 3-0, 25-0, 25-0, 25-0. So I think it's awesome. And I think that's the thing that I took from track and field to volleyball world.
Yeah, you talk about going against yourself in high jump, Maria. Was that the mentality that you guys came into tonight with Team Valentin Anderson? Was this really a battle against yourself as you guys were kind of trying to get over the hump tonight?
Yes, exactly. I think it really didn't matter who we were facing because a little bit the problem was between us in the way of like connection and know what we were playing. And I think today the morning practice was really useful because we talk and we communicate a lot what was happening, what can we do better. And I think, well, we had the reward in the first set. Let's see if we can keep with this and why not to get the match.
Maria, I know you're involved in putting on summer camps for kids.
Yes.
So what does that look like? Is there a little volleyball going on or some track and field?
My idea in the future maybe will be to do a little bit of like mixing sports, but right now I'm just focusing volleyball because I'm from Asturias in the north of Spain, but I try to do it all over around Spain because, well, I love my country. I love to spread a little bit volleyball all over. And I did in different cities. I did in Oviedo, which is my home city. Salinas is called, so because it's for Salinas. And I did also Valencia and Malaga. And it's just for kids. And depending on where am I, it's just volleyball or other sports. For example, in my hometown, we also do surf, which is really cool. They do like volleyball, and we also do in the afternoons, like they have like swimming pool, and we do surfing. So it's nice. They have a lot of fun.
Hey, how's Jackson doing?
Oh, I miss him so much. Jackson is my cat.
What? He didn't come with? He's your travel companion?
I couldn't.
He couldn't get a visa, huh? He's got issues with his record.
I mean, her mom is American. He should have a passport, you know? But
no dual citizenship for Jackson.
He's Italian, by the way, because I adopted him in Italy when I was playing there. But it was more because I had to take 3 flights, and it was my first time in doing such a long trip. So for now, I decided that he was going to stay at home, and then for next time, if I come again to America, he will come with me for sure.
Okay, can we get a beautiful goodbye in Spanish before we let you go?
Yes. Hasta luego. Gracias por escucharnos.
Maria Schlegel, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see her in this match. Pretty much a guarantee. Number 26 is going to step on the floor. And while we've been away, it has been a lot of Team Dela Cruz to open this set 8-4, and I've seen a ton, again, a consistent diet of Willow Johnson in the offense.
And why would you not? I mean, she has certainly, it feels like it's been Willow Johnson's world, and we're just living in it in week 1 of Athletes Unlimited Season 3.
10 kills, 360 in this one after the aforementioned 17 kills for 20.
Yeah, we're not even halfway through set 2, 10 kills.
And there she goes to the service line. Yeah, Willow Johnson's my first opposite off the board.
Yeah.
No question.
Do you take her before you take an outside, perhaps?
That's a great question because you know she's not going to last.
Right.
You know you can't come back and get her. So you either grab her or you don't have her.
Yeah.
And I think that might put her closer to the top because outside hitters are top heavy, but there's multiples.
Yes.
It's going to be dicey. You really want to check in and see how this goes, depending upon who the positions are with the draft.
I think it's a defensive selection. I just flat out don't want to play against her at this point.
Yeah. Oh, great call. Great call. Karis Watson, nice attack. Yeah, Karis Watson, okay, there's a stock that's gone up.
I agree. This gold team lost Adekunle out of the middle on night 1 to injury, and so they're down to just 2 middles, and Karis Watson and Kayla Caffey have come up big.
I wonder how much Karis is benefiting in her play from having to teach the game now. She's actively playing and teaching at the same time. What a benefit. Stuff blocked by Betty. The Big Beth on Instagram. Give her a follow, number 81. $11-5 for the champions side. Luke's blocked. What a save by Team Valentin Anderson. Betty, yes. Oh, deliberate. Off the block, out of bounds, over the small blocker of Valentin Anderson, and it's 12-5. Deja McClendon still starring in the stands. I got to find her. Where are you at?
Hey guys, I'm with a very special mom.
Hello, I'm Benny's mom.
How are you feeling after Orange got their first win?
Oh, I was so excited. I mean, everything was just rolling. Everyone was connecting and seeing the energy and the fire. Oh, I was just excited.
I agree. I love it too. And I feel like they're rolling with this right now. What do they need to come back?
I think they just need to get that ball on the floor, keep up the good defense, and I think that we can get another win underneath our belt. We need some points on the board. We need a W today.
Yes, we're rooting for the W for sure.
Yes.
How are you liking Athletes Unlimited experience so far?
I think this is just an amazing experience, and just seeing all these amazing athletes that get to be here, and this volleyball at this level, and getting to see just these superstars, Olympians, and just everyone that I've been fans for so many years. It's the best experience I could ever imagine.
Well, we're extremely thankful to be able to play in front of our families and our friends' families as well in the States. So it's just been an overall amazing experience for both the fans and for the athletes.
Thank you so much.
We're happy that you're here.
Oh, me too.
Go Orange.
Go Orange. Go Benny.
Go Benny. And this is my mom.
I'm Deja's mom.
Hi. I got the best seat in the house. This is where I want to be.
What an honor to watch these athletes, and not only are they beautiful on the inside, outside, and the athleticism, it's just out of this roof. Everyone needs to come down, get your tickets. It's beautiful down here. Come watch these amazing athletes.
We have a couple other ducks out there on the court right now.
There are 4 ducks. So Lindsay, and then we have Brooke, and there's 4 ducks on the court right now. 2 on the Orange and 2 on the other team.
The team we don't speak of?
Yes, we're not going to talk about them. So what an honor actually to have so many ducks here. And Matt was here yesterday, surprised his players, and really supports them on and off of the court.
Yeah, we're lucky to have them, and I mean the rookies are going out there swinging. They've got some fire on them right now.
Well, you inspire a lot of the rookies.
Thanks.
You paved the road.
Yeah, well, this is a thriller. I'm hoping Orange can push back here, but you know, Betty's tough. She doesn't like to lose.
No.
All
I don't
right.
think any of them like to lose.
Deja McClendon, thank you. Amanda Benson's mom has turned Team Dela Cruz into Team Voldemort.
How do you like Arizona?
The team that shall not be mentioned. That shall not be named. Oh my goodness, that was fantastic. And Amanda Benson, there was a mention of a W in there, and Amanda wanted to make sure she shouted out Maggie Lucas, her girlfriend who played in the W and is now doing some coaching.
I tell you, if you don't believe us, believe Amanda's mom. You need to get down to AU. It is obviously a very good time.
I'm convinced the Litchfield Park, Arizona native, Amanda Benson playing near home. That's a special thing for any athlete, especially professionally. Blocked, covered, swing to be had, and taken but long. Team Dela Cruz continues to extend 14-6. I'm sorry, Team Voldemort, 14-6. Aaron Fairs in the back row, number 7 in black. Oh, he served Karis Watson. If you bought Karis Watson stock on Friday afternoon, yeah, you're getting a return.
Look at this. Scoring points from the backcourt.
I had an interesting discussion with Ali Bastianelli earlier today about the service reception. And she's a longtime pro at this point. She said that ball clears the court. Point for Team Valentin Anderson. She said that receiving in college is nothing like receiving at the pro level. She says the best servers in college volleyball are about average servers in pro volleyball. It's a huge adjustment.
I think our rookies would attest to that this weekend. We have seen servers consistently go at the rookies in the league, and it's caused some trouble at times. It is a difficult transition to make.
That's a difficult angle to hit. Woo, Betania.
Katie looks with a little smile on her face as she tries to handle the hard heat from Betty De La Cruz.
Katie Lukes, the WCC Player of the Year in 22, part of the Athletes Unlimited draft, played at USD, all the way to a national semifinal. Best result for that program. And Jen Petrie. Oh, ball into the antenna. A little too far for the left-handed Willow Johnson. But they've doubled up, have Team De La Cruz, 16-8. 42-36 in that overall. Keep an eye on that overall score. That's worth 60 team points. Right now, Team De La Cruz, in spite of losing the first set by 2, they now lead in the overall. They're hoping to carry that. Benson bumps set inside the 10-foot line. Sassi perfectly done over the block into the coffin corner.
And you pointed out really in night 1 and night 2 that Pippa was more than capable, but she was taking a lot of out-of-system swings, and I feel like Valentin Anderson has done a better job tonight handling first contact, and we've just been able to see her in system how dangerous she can be. I think that's another player whose stock is on the rise.
Yeah, she's put a block there. Oh, that one's not going to go far enough off the block. You're absolutely right, and I think Valentin Anderson has been aware early in this match to try and get Saskia Hibba some opportunities in system.
Absolutely.
You want to build that confidence. Being out of system all the time is difficult.
That's a heavy load to carry. I really think a player like Brooke Nuneville is used to being a volume player, some of these young rookies, and they get a little better as the match wears on. So they may have some early rallies, but I think you have to keep feeding balls to someone like Brooke Nuneville.
Free ball coming, generated by the serve of Betty. And converted in the middle with Caffey. All right, we're going to try and give you a look here. Betania De La Cruz coming right into your living room. This is what it's like to look at a receive with number 81 smashing what is essentially a self-set high ball. The only closed chain skill in the entire game. You initiate it, you complete it, serving. Down the line, back line, close. We might see a challenge. Betty, it's up to you. And there it is.
Yeah.
We will get a challenge in or out. It was very close. Looking for yet another ace will be Betania De La Cruz.
What a great angle for us to see that from the end zone, because you realize how quickly these passers have to make a decision. A decision has to be made immediately.
That is really close. On first look, I had it out. Missy Whittemore, take another cut.
I'm going to need the side angle
We're
here.
setting you the high ball.
I think it's out.
Okay.
I like the black exterior to the court. That tends to help me a bit with my calls.
The contrast. Now, did it catch the edge of the line? I'll tell you right now, if that's an international review, it's more likely that it's in.
Really?
With the Hawkeye system. Yeah. The Hawkeye will do the oval of the impact, the compression of the ball, and I have seen some that are so small, the tiniest of connections. So Betty De La Cruz, I think, is going to lose this one. And that means that Missy Whittemore has won this one. Ball is confirmed out.
The last day of play this weekend, and I finally got a few right.
Glad you're with us for Athletes Unlimited Volleyball. This is the final match of our 6 on the weekend. We have double headers Friday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. Oh, nobody home for a second contact. Whose ball is that?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I want to say HIPAA, because you want her to be available as an attacker. So that has to be a predetermined assignment. Probably after the dive at a right back, maybe you want Brooke Nuneville to step in and take that, but this is just a predetermined assignment here.
You know what the problem is?
Excuse me, not Brooke.
You know what the problem is there?
It was a middle blocker and left back. That's the problem.
Yeah, who's the reserve setter every single time now? The libero.
Right, and the libero was not in. It was the middle blocker. I initially thought it was Brooke Nuneville, but she was hanging out in left front. So that explains the miscommunication there.
We're going to continue. We'll be back with you Friday at 7 Eastern on ESPN+. We're going to shuffle up with new teams, much to the delight of everyone in the league, who is happy to see Team Edmond go.
Isn't that the truth?
high, hard line. Often successful in this sport. 22-11 Team Dela Cruz continuing to extend what is now a 7-point overall lead, 46-39.
Do you find it interesting that we just have one left-handed attacker in our 44-player roster? Yeah, I do as well. And it seems to be working to her advantage.
Nicole Edelman-Cagliari would be the only other attacking left-handed player.
Right.
Taylor Bruns, another setter with left hand. She occasionally will utilize that. We've seen her as a serving sub, not as a setter yet this year. But we saw Cagliari turn on one earlier. 2012. Every one of those points important right now, even though you're kind of getting blown out in the set. You need to cut into that lead or keep it close. Heading into the third for that overall. Deep corner, might have been long played overhand. Van der Weyden. Yep, she'll get enough of that. Oh, Nati! How about that reaction?
Yeah, Nati is, not only is she an incredible setter, but this is a player who was a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year a season ago. She digs some balls.
All right, quick clean side out there. So right now they're just trying to hold points for the next set.
Yeah, any ground they can make up right here.
Let's take a look back at Natalia Valentin Anderson as Rai Santos checks in to serve. Watch her on this block right front.
The block touch, and then she falls back and makes the play. That is just incredible.
Tracking the ball through her hand.
Yeah, yeah.
Next level play by the Puerto Rican All-Star. Rai Santos with the ace.
And you love to see it, because if you've met Rai Santos, she's just one of the most likable people you're going to come across.
Graduated Arkansas in 2014. Been at the pro game since. All right, right into that gap. Where does she go this time? Again to Erin Ferris?
I would think so.
Indeed.
Mars cuts it off.
Betty, did she get the touch? They're not going to give it to her. And Betty says, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Challenge coming?
We'll see if she uses her challenge.
Yeah, she has one left.
A little discussion back and forth through the net here. Valentin Anderson.
This is some Spanish being spoken right now. Willow Johnson, get out of there. Unless you have some Spanish skills. You asked if we've ever had a brawl in this game. Yeah, a play brawl is as close as we got. Willow Johnson putting her nose into the discussion there.
We might be getting close.
You're looking at the replay.
So the idea for Betty was to take advantage of the smaller setter block and wipe it off her hands. Did she get a little piece of Valentin Anderson, or is this all into the top of the net?
Well, I'm not going to tell her. I'm at least going to make her use her challenge. If I'm Natalia, I'm going to go with that was definitely a touch. That ball changed direction a ton. And I know the cable's there, but
I don't know.
It's kind of a hard left. Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
But the push of Betty could have created that. I don't know. I'm wanting to believe Nadi here.
Oh.
Okay, here's the one. Look at this one. It's
touch.
I don't know. She shoves it pretty hard off the cable.
Here's the discussion. Damaris heading off catastrophe with the left arm.
Love it.
And I think Natty right there was recapping what had happened for the rest of her team. Well, the captain's challenge, second one of this set for Bethania de la Cruz, the Big Beth. You get 2 per set, and you can use it for any variety of actions on the floor. Here we're looking for the touch on the block that would have then been out of bounds. Oh, that look on Betty tells you everything about her. She's so much fun. And yeah, that's right. I knew it. All right,
No,
Rocky.
I love the fact that Nadi didn't give it away, though. She really held her ground.
I just love we had that challenge for the interplay between the athletes, and Nati is looking directly at Beth just now. Oh, good stuff. 22-14.
Traveling deep into the court off the block, and Benson just can't quite get there.
Giving it all she had, trying to get a couple more points here before we head off to set 3. It's going to be a fairly good lead for Team Dela Cruz. Barring some heroics, Kairos Watson with the dig. How about a swing from the back row?
Middle's digging, swinging out of the back court.
Yeah, it's a dream. Dream come true. Karis, call for the A. Hippa, good pass off that.
Yeah.
And a back row winner.
Yeah, great pickup there by Hippa to allow Nadi to make second contact. And then Brooke Nunneveller, who is just really good out of the back row.
Remember that play. Remember this stab. And then the kill. Is this a point that matters at the end of the next set for the aggregate?
It's going to be interesting. Working hard here to close the gap is Valentin Anderson.
Serving line to Betania. She'll get it right back. Benson with the right hand can't quite stab it up. And Team Dela Cruz has a set point. They had one set point in the first, couldn't close it. Valentin Anderson did after 3. It was a deuce, 28-26 set. Here, Dela Cruz with a lot of breathing room. AUProsports.com/membership. A lot of benefits to be had. We're already giving you the main benefit. This volleyball here, Valentin Anderson with the kill. 24-16, keeping the margin to 6. Betania on the right, Willow Johnson on the left, rotation 1. Oh, miss, doesn't matter. The gap will be 7. We are going to head to the next set with a 51-44 overall score in favor of Betania Dela Cruz, who takes that second set 25-16.
Dela Cruz very focused coming into tonight, and she gets the crew back on track. And as you said, spreading that lead to 7. That's a pretty big number here for Team Valentin Anderson to try to make up in this third set.
They're going to have a pretty dominant third set. Can they do it? Yes, they can. They're going to need some more digs from their excellent libero. They're feeling the flow, doing the bull dance on the Team Gold side. Team Valentin Anderson, Team Dela Cruz. We'll get Amanda Benson. Her world coming up next.
Take your lashes to paradise. My outfit, designer. But my mascara, drugstore. I mean, these results really speak for themselves. Is that not insane? Lash Paradise is that good. I'm obsessed.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
Oh, our team name used to be the Lava Ladies, but now we're Vitamin Chongis. Don't ask, and we're not gonna tell. Short, take it. Fast. Great set, brother. Good handle. I'm taking a step on pretty much everybody except for Betty, and we're gonna shift right, and you just dive for that hard left. She ate something crazy this morning because it's got a little float on there. Hey, watch it drop. She's not comfortable serving on game point. Here we go. Charge! Good stop. Get up. Stop. Great job.
That was our Air National Guard into the action with Amanda Benson. The 0-0. A little bit of work to do here in the third as they trail 51-44. I love the opening of new numbers, and going 0-0 got me thinking, what do other famous double zeros are there out there in the world? Jim Otto was a great pull by our crew. Love that one. Bobby Bonds, Robert Parrish, yes. Ruth Riley.
Pretty good list.
Pretty good list right there. And then Rachel Garcia, AUX champion.
Okay.
The double zero. I like the single zero too now. You see it this year.
Yeah. It's a good look.
DeAndre Swift of the Eagles, running back, having a terrific season. Wearing the zero. I think there's either 9 or 19 of them in the NFL this year. The first year you can wear a zero. Amanda Benson rocking the aughts. All right, an update on our leaderboard. There's Bethania De La Cruz, 630 points. She's going to have to add in this set 261 points.
Has jumped Willow Johnson, though. Coming into this match, Willow Johnson was the highest gold player on the board.
Well, we have 100 points left, so you need 161 stat points. Well, 162, technically speaking.
True.
So 162 stat points. How many aces does Bethania De La Cruz need? 10 would be a good start.
That would work.
Bethania De La Cruz has been a captain every weekend of Athletes Unlimited history, save the first. More than 2 years ago.
So every weekend that you could earn it, she had earned it.
That is correct. We are underway. Kevin Barnett here courtside, enjoying the match, along with my entire crew, Missy Whittemore, Savannah Collins, and our fantastic production crew doing an outstanding job bringing you the coverage here in weekend number 1. I'll be back weekend number 2, Friday night, 2 matches, Sunday night, Monday night. It is that way throughout the next 4 weeks upcoming. Valentin Anderson open up 2-0. Another tough serve. How about 3-0?
That's the start Valentin Anderson was looking for, and the captain putting in the work herself, going back to the service line and disrupting Team De La Cruz here early.
Go ahead and follow AU Pro Sports across all social. You'll find game highlights, fit checks, the hot seat, behind the scenes action, and so much more. AU Pro Sports. Four nothing. Dream start. All right, 4-0 is a good start in the set. Even better, you're within 3 of the overall. 100 points could still go into the category of Team Valentin Anderson. We've split the first 2, 28-26, then 25-16 in favor of Team De La Cruz. Right through the gap, Willow Johnson. You can't leave her that much space.
Absolutely not. Had her lined up on the left side previously in serve receive. Made some adjustments to get her to the right side where she's got that natural swing. And it pays off. Alicia Childress just drops one in. The placement of Alicia Childress is just pinpoint.
Deep corner winner, Sassi on the left. 5-1, Team Valentin Anderson extending just a little bit. Gives us a chance to check in with Simone Abbott, who, if you were with us in season number 1, was a familiar face on the outside. Simone, you're back at opposite this year. Welcome back.
Hello. How
Where
are
have
you?
you been all this time?
I've been overseas, Kevin. Overseas.
And, okay, where? How was it? How have you been? Where's your game at? Let's get the full Abbott report.
I was in Italy playing for HR Macerata in the first league, so that was crazy. With Claire Chaussee, actually. Yeah, definitely a very challenging year because we were playing all these amazing teams. But I am very glad to be back in America.
Macerata, did you have my old apartment? I played Macerata. Fantastic city. I mean, middle of nowhere, but not bad for the top of an Italian hill.
Yes, yes.
Simone, I know that you're one of 5 kids. Was your house a pretty competitive place? Is that where you got your competitive spirit from?
Yeah, it was so chaotic, to be honest. Both my parents worked, and there was just, it was like Lord of the Flies in there. So very glad to be an adult.
I'm surprised you didn't say it was like Mordor.
That is factual. Maybe less dark, but Yeah, spot on.
Huge Hobbit fan, Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Huge Hobbit fan.
Well, I
yes.
mean, I know it's nice to be an adult, but I like the fact that you still list arcades and bowling as some of your favorite things.
Yes.
Okay, so what's your arcade game?
Oh my gosh, Deal or No Deal? Woo.
What?
Sorry.
Deal or No Deal?
Deal or No
That
Deal.
sounds like the NES or something.
When you click the boxes and you try to get like the 500 tickets. Stacker, where the thing moves across the thingy. If you go to arcade, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Ooh, the one where it goes around and there's like lights. You have to click it when it gets to the 100 ticket one. I'd stay on that one for like an hour.
Okay,
and cut in front of all the kids.
What are you doing with all these tickets? Are we getting Slim Jims? Are we working on some candy? Some army men who have parachutes attached to them? What are we getting?
You know what? There's an inflation in ticket prices for the candy. Now you can only get maybe you have to get like 200 tickets just to get a little piece of candy now, which is crazy. But usually I like to get Laffy Taffies, the little thing where you put your fingers in the tube and you can't get them out. That's fun.
The finger trap. Yeah.
The finger trap. Yeah, but. It's so expensive. We got to go back to where you can just get something for 10 tickets. There's a real inflation going on at Dave & Buster's and Chuck E. Cheese right now.
Dave & Buster's inflation, a real thing. I love that. Hey, I thought it was really interesting. You played in Greece, and you thought when you got to a Greek island, it was fantastic. I'm living the life. This is going to be amazing. Well, then October hit, and you said it was like the moon. So what'd you do on the moon for a while?
Nothing. Nothing at all. You go to practice and you go home, and there's 3 restaurants that are open, and you pick between those every night for 6 months. I had Alex Holson with me, so it was not super lonely, but it was very dark for sure. It was like the moon, yeah. But when April came, right when our season ended, it got fun again. So.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out Alex Holston for helping
Alex
you
Holston.
through.
Yeah. Go Gators.
I think you need another shout out too, because we know she's tuning in.
She might not be, honestly, but
what?
I'll tell her that I did this.
All right, Dolores, your grandma, at least show her the replay. Get her on ESPN Plus and get the replay going. We got you, Dolores.
Yes, Dolores. Shout out Dolores, my lovely grandmother. I hope you're watching. She just turned 86 on October 4th, so yes, love her so much.
Outstanding. Simone Abbott, we're glad you're back. Thanks for having fun with us here.
Thank you, Kevin. Bye.
All right, 9-5. Team Valentin Anderson with the lead over Team Dela Cruz in this set. They still trail by 3 in the overall. And as usual, there have been some bombs getting hit. Shelly Fanning back in at middle blocker now for Team Valentin Anderson. And she is right front. And Bryce Santos setting. Slinging it outside. Lukes blocked. Caffey, quick. Lateral quickness. You have to have that when you're a 6-foot middle blocker.
Really good close by Caffey. And as you point out, not one of the biggest middle blockers you're going to see. So the side to side becomes all the more important. She waits. No guessing from Caffey. Trust in her speed. Waits and closes.
All right, they unwind the double sub over there on the Valentin Anderson side, so the captain is back. Back row. Good soft touch. Again, D-ball. Blasted through. No, that ball was down. Challenge coming. Or not. Doesn't matter now.
Or just go ahead and give Brooke Nuneviller those kill points out of the back court, which she will gladly take. Love the fact that Valentin Anderson is getting her involved out of the back row where she seems really comfortable swinging straight down the middle of the court, just one block up pretty consistently, giving her a lot of room to work with.
I remember they're going to need an 8-point victory if they're going to take this one home. In this third set, the 16 win points. Dela Cruz still hanging on to a lead. Willow Johnson pummeling the McCausey.
Yeah, just making short work of the block across the net. Continues to bang it off those hands.
So impressed with number 44 in this weekend. Willow Johnson banging away. Yeah, 16 kills now. The stats are going to update there as Bethany Dela Cruz back to the line. Here you get it going away from you.
Johnson had 17 last night. We'll see if she can outdo that number. It looks like she's on her way.
Yeah, I'm going to go with yes.
I would think so.
Tori Dixon with an emphatic yes on the 3.
And Valentin Anderson just feels like they finally found a rhythm in terms of their efficiency, really low efficiency numbers yesterday. For instance, Tori Dixon under 100 yesterday. And yet today, she and Valentin Anderson look to be in a groove. And sadly, it's the last time we'll see this team together.
I like this set. Oh, but it's stuck. A little too much angle as Dixon running late, put her hands up there. You can experience the action of AU Volleyball in person here in Mesa, Arizona. Get your tickets now, auprosports.com/tickets, and join us. We have 3 nights per weekend. Opportunity to drive in, fly in, come by boat. I don't know, whatever you need to do to come and join us. Johnson with the kill. You can even jump out of a plane like Bodie and land in the desert somewhere and then trek on over to see us here in Mesa.
Well, Willow Johnson just came flying in once again on that swing, and the result is another kill. So she does now have 17, matches her number from last night, and I expect there'll be many more.
Little wraparound, Hippa. She's been on point tonight, even in the off opportunities, it seems. It's just better rhythm.
Yeah, and just it feels like she's just made up her mind that she's going to be aggressive with her swings. You know, perhaps gotten used to looking at balls out of system a little bit too much, but she's also been really disciplined with some of those hard swings of going high, deep corner.
Keep feeding Willow.
Nunavilla resets, gets another look, blocked.
Watson. Just a straight shove down. What a quick reaction by number 48.
Watson and Kathy are both really good side to side and do a good job of blocking the low hard ball.
Hippa antenna. And Team Dela Cruz extends their overall 61-57. Hanging on to that. They still trail in this set by 3. They're looking for the wider, bigger prize of 60 team points. That will be for the aggregate win. Good pass. Another nice connection in the middle this time. Kaz Brown is the one with the dunk.
Kaz is really the dunk specialist. Anything high at the net, probably not going to get another chance out of Kaz Brown's up there.
And I like this no call because Kaz did not hold the ball.
No.
She's just on top of it.
Yeah, she does a great job getting on top of the ball.
I could see an international referee in an FIVB event though calling that one for fear that they would get a review later from whoever supervises the officials. But I think this is a clean volleyball play.
Great job being off the floor quickly for that second contact.
Another nice touch this time. Kaz involved. Transition, backslide. She gets it. The tip, no. Namaris charging, picking it up, and it pays off. I don't know if Namaris ever even turned around.
Yeah.
Just was waiting.
She was just there.
Send in the conscripts. Send word of our victory.
Our libero play is really elite in this league. Namaris again.
Straight down, Kaz Brown.
That set probably a little out in front of Willow Johnson. Not able to get the swing she's looking for.
A closely contested third set. A difference of 4. Team Valentin Anderson with the advantage in the set. Team Dela Cruz +3 in the overall. So much yet to be decided. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on ESPN is sponsored by the Air National Guard and by Aspiration, a global leader in financing climate impact. We're in a third set battle where the set score is +4 for one side and the overall is +3 for the other. No clue how this is going to wrap up between Team Valentin Anderson and Team Dela Cruz. What I do know is that Aspiration Aces is a thing, and for every ace issued, and Betania Dela Cruz has issued a couple in this match, Aspiration is going to plant 10 trees to help the environment. The serve of Betania Dela Cruz, Missy Whittemore, is a known commodity.
Absolutely. Not only are our aces worth 10 trees, but it'll get you +12 on the leaderboard. And De La Cruz rings one up early. Rai Santos comes in, makes a big impact. Our middle blockers have been so good tonight from the service line. Karis Watson, and then guess who? With her second of the night, none other than Betty De La Cruz.
13 kills, 440, a fine performance by Betania. 634 on the season right now. She's sitting at 8th in the points. It's going to be hard to climb to the top. We have a player over 1,000 at this point in weekend number 1. Betty, nice little pop-up layup. Doesn't matter, the block is better.
Kaz Brown waiting on that one. And Valentin Anderson, the smaller blocker there. But
overall?
Still come up with it.
Overall within 2. Oh no, 3. We have split the first 2 sets. Valentin Anderson picked up their first set victory of the weekend with a 28-26 overtime victory with that 40-team points. De La Cruz matched that in the second, 25-16, and took a pretty good overall lead, but it has been Team Valentin Anderson here in the third. Oh, the effort of the captain with the cover.
Another cover.
Hippa delivers. Fares with the dig. Betty down the line, that's a heater. How you like a fastball coming at you line to line?
Right, no thank you. Not off the hand of De La Cruz, please.
Betty again in transition this time. No, Kaz Brown picks up another block.
Couple big time blocks by Kaz Brown. Her forward force here at the net results in that big stuff block back into the center of the court.
64-61, that aggregate overall score. Rai Santos in to serve. Already with an ace. Right at Aaron Fares. That one kept alive. Betty, no attack. Luke's power, but a little bit left. Hate that one when it crosses the midline of your body.
Yeah, finding her way around the block there, but wide of the court.
So Santos back out. Childress back to serve. Full strength front row. In fact, probably the best front row for the next 3 rotations. Betty, Willow, and Kayla. Bad pass, and you're going to see some offense coming at you. Where do you go? Willow. Yeah. Money, money.
Dixon there just waiting on the set, but there's too much ground to cover, and Alicia Childress does a great job of creating some momentum there with that flat set.
De La Cruz within 2 in this set. +5 in the overall. Time wasting for Team Valentin Anderson. You need to not only hold the line, but you need to extend here. Namaris, overhand dig. Betty. We'd like to have seen Betty take a swing at it. Got conservative. We'll get a better chance here. Noma trying to play through Aaron Fares. And a miss. Well, they just couldn't get a swing on the De La Cruz side.
Yeah. I like the way Katie Lukes and Brooke Nunaville have just really played through this match. You know, it's not coming easy. They've been targeted so much in serve receive as the rookies out there, but I like their aggressiveness, and they just keep swinging.
Luke, 7 kills. Betty using the block. Watch the directionality of Betty. That ball is not hit in the court. That ball is only hit off the block.
Yeah. Knows exactly what she's doing when she goes up in the air.
She hit one a little bit more cross court last time. Let's see if she goes for Luke's here straight ahead. That's her best serve.
Yep.
Childress, Doug. Oh, what a move! Kathy!
And I'm not sure that Dixon even realized Kathy was there. Kathy to the left of Dixon, steps in front of her at the last second. I think Dixon thought maybe it was an open net.
Shuffle ball change, a little dancing going on by Kathy here to get there. Tracking, stuffing.
Yes.
Team Dela Cruz extends their overall, and you know what? They might be in the set here. They're looking for 100 points to finish out the weekend. Kayla Caffey, the hero now.
Take your lashes to paradise. My outfit, designer. But my mascara, drugstore. I mean, these results really speak for themselves. Is that not insane? Lash Paradise is that good. I'm obsessed.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
Yes, Betty! So sexy.
Touch, yes. She touch. She touch. She touch. Sí, 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 sí. Sí, que no la tocaste.
La toqué.
¿Por quién tú estás jurando? ¿Por el perro? ¿Por tu perro tú estás jurando?
¿Por el perro?
Sí.
No me hables de Bernie.
Pobre perrito.
Ah, no.
Pobre perrito. Out. Great job. Great. Gorgeous.
Oh, that's annoying. Out. And the tongue. Oh, my goodness. But Bethany Dela Cruz, one of the fun personalities in the game, and she's trying to rally her team here in the third. One of the prime performers in the game, Bethany Dela Cruz. And Savannah has more on another prime performer in week one.
Willow Johnson has been the go-to for Team De La Cruz outside of her captain. I talked to her a little bit because it's been almost 3 years since we've seen Willow Johnson in an AU championship season. I asked her what's changed, what has she been working on? She said the little things, the little muscles that make you jump higher, swing harder. And another big focus for her was getting comfortable hitting on the outside. She said that was something she really didn't feel confident in, that she didn't like to do, and that was a big focus for her. Now, thinking about this part of her team late in a match, she said that we've really got to dial it in. And instead of feeling like we're competing against the other team, we're more so focused on ourselves. So she was prepared going into this game for moments like these.
Love it, working on the preparation. I ran to Leah Edmond and I said, well, what's different? I know you're not teaching anymore. It looked like you're in tremendous shape. The pop is there. You're crushing balls down the line substantially better. She said, I'm working out with the football team. I get up every morning, I'm doing the football workout. Dad's a strength coach. I'm there. We're doing that's where I'm at.
There you go. Putting in the work, for sure.
It's paying dividends.
And whatever work Willow Johnson's putting in is paying off as well, because the pop is certainly there for her.
Oh, yeah. I would put Willow and Leah in as the most changed athletes. And both had already performed at a nice level, a really nice level. Now, they're tops in the league.
Yeah.
We're going to continue Friday at 7 Eastern on ESPN+. We'll be back with week 2. Remember, it's double headers Friday, Sunday, and Monday. Always 4 p.m. on the West Coast, 7 on the East Coast. Johnson blocked back to her. That'll be a third contact here by Betty. And that ball is in. Transition quick in the middle, 21-17. Team Valentin Anderson. They're running out of time for the overall, but it is definitely within reach of 3 right now.
And hats off, really, to Valentin Anderson, the setter. Not just the team, but the captain, who I feel like has really battled through adversity this week in terms of finding that connection with her players. And she has just brought a lot of energy to the court tonight and confidence. And it looks like she's really made the adjustments to make all of her hitters much more comfortable and confident here.
3-point run, 21-17 and 68-65 in the overall. Team Valentin Anderson causing Team Dela Cruz to use a timeout. All All right, gives us a chance to look at the leaderboard, and it is still a Purple Palace.
It certainly is. We knew it was going to take some sort of unbelievable performance, really, for anyone in this match to be able to jump into the leaderboard. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we are going to see the division of Team Purple, as we could have 4 purple captains next week. Well, they won't be purple anymore. One of them will be.
A couple of outside hitters, a libero and a setter, all going to be in there. That's going to make the draft intensely interesting. What's always interesting is to follow a player through the season, obviously, but also during a weekend. Your role, your involvement can change. Tori Dixon, an impact player in this one.
Yeah, she really is. And Valentin Anderson, I think, has really leaned into her experience that she brings to the court on this team that, as we mentioned, was sort of struggling to score points late into sets. And just moments ago, you saw the connection between them in the middle, so they're feeling really confident together, connecting in front of the setter. It's Tori's strength, obviously, and also putting up some big blocks for this Valentin Anderson team.
Yeah, Tori Dixon, more than a decade on the U.S. national team. 8 kills, hitting 500, 3 digs, 2 blocks. You love the digs. That's your favorite part.
I do. I think our middle backs our middle blockers are really exceptional in the back row. We're not giving up anything on defense here. I mean, maybe a little in comparison to the libero, but still.
Tori, one of those players with an NFL father, a lot of NFL, NBA combinations, a lot of NBA basketball and then volleyball players for mom and dad or track athletes. There's a stab, second contact had, keeping it alive. By Nawada's block, but covered. Johnson, quick transition. No, that one was a challenge. Everyone wants a touch. And challenge coming. Everyone signal it all at once. but Young Park, only look at Betty. She's the only one who can call it. It is the captain's challenge.
It was an immediate response from Willow Johnson and from De La Cruz as well.
Well, okay, as called, we are within 2 of a tie score and a potential golden set.
Here's another look at the Willow Johnson swing. Looking for a block touch. Out there at the pin, it's Brooke Nunneveller alongside Tori Dixon. And she is going for that left hand of Brooke Nunneveller. So we're looking at the left hand of Brooke Nunneveller. I do think I see some movement.
Whatever you think at home, you're looking at the same thing that the referees are looking at here in the replay. So you can be the judge. This is like the old IBM, you make the call.
Yeah.
Team De La Cruz has taken a swing off the edge of the block, but it hasn't been called. Do the referees change the call or not? You make the call.
You make the call. Well.
Oh, that is so close.
Let's see what they've got. I don't know. I'm second guessing myself. I don't trust my opinion now.
I'm going with the pinky. Telling what it's going to tell us.
I'm going to watch the response of Nunneveller to see if she gives it away here.
Willow Johnson, you know the danger of having a more powerful arm than before? When you get blocked back into your own nose,
yes.
You might bloody yourself.
This is true.
Yeah, that one she took off the face earlier, having an impact. And now, yeah, Willow Johnson is sure there was a touch. We'll see. Indeed.
That was duck on duck, by the way, and the 2 Oregon players exchange a laugh.
There was some plumage in the air there. Oh, that was funny. All right, 21-18. Big switch now. 4 is the gap with 4 to go. Gonna need all of these. Cross-court winner. So hanging on and keeping Team De La Cruz outside of their magic number of 19 is Team Valentin Anderson. That overall still possible, but you're going to have to score 3 right now.
3 in a row right now.
And you're going to have to do it against Johnson in the front row. She misses. There's 1.
Childress to the floor. Trying to hang one up there in right front.
67-69. 2 more equals a golden set.
We haven't seen a ton of offense out of the backcourt from De La Cruz, but moments ago, Childress did go to her.
Do you want more volleyball? You might get it right about now. Off Willow's head again. That's still alive.
Free ball.
Doug, too high. Betty pops it up. Van de Weyde. That one up into the ceiling, still good. Where do you go? That's out of shape. Betty with the save. Hippo with the winner.
Hippo with first contact, completely under control. And then gets into transition position to just throttle one down the line. Look at the save by Gold. But the free ball that it creates turns into points.
De La Cruz, no timeouts. This for the golden set. And the set win. Yes! Yes, please. Valentin Anderson, 25-18, and don't leave the arena. It's not over, people. For the second time in league history, we're going to a golden set because of this stuff block. We're tied at 69.
Kaz Brown just continuing to battle. We've talked so much about the success of Willow Johnson over the course of the night. She seemed nearly unblockable, but Kaz keeps coming at her, and boy, it pays off there on the final point.
Here's how it works. If the overall is tied, which has only happened one time before in Athletes Unlimited history, one time ever have we had extra volleyball. It's going to be an extra set. It'll be played to 5 points. You must win by 2 unless we get to 10. So 10-9 entirely possible. No individual stat points do count. Those 60 team win points are still up for grabs. We have yet to determine that. The 40 set points have already gone for Team Valentin Anderson. So we need to determine the overall win and give away those points. It was, in fact, Team Valentin Anderson that participated last time.
So Valentin Anderson has a little experience in this.
Yes, the veteran against Team Lichtman, Cassidy Lichtman. Looking back to last year in Dallas, and we were just jonesing for a golden set. We finally got it. An extra play would yield even more overtime. Look at Alicia Childress in that match. Some of the veterans. There it is, 5-7. Team Lichtman came out with the victory. Who will it be this time?
And Valentin Anderson not on the winning end of that and still listed as one of her favorite memories of AU volleyball to this point in her career. So we'll see if she can turn it around this time.
Tell you what, nearly every player mentioned the golden set as something they really enjoyed. It's actually remarkable how close the scores are between our sets tonight and the sets back then. All right, so here we go. Tied at 69. Now remember, we're not going to add stat points. 60 points are all that's left to gain. And then, of course, the MVP points for whomever is voted MVP, 1, 2, or 3 at the end of this match. All of that's still up in the air. The set points, 2 of those, so 80 in total, have been gained by Valentin Anderson. Their most successful night yet. They've won 2 sets. They came in having won 0. They will take 2 sets to the 1 for De La Cruz.
You know, for Team Valentin Anderson, like true professionals, they just absolutely have not bowed out on what looked like to be a really rough weekend. Boy, have they flipped the page.
Teams back on the floor. Golden set in the offing. Who do you have here, Missy Whittemore?
I feel like I've got Betty.
Okay.
Going with the champ.
And that would be sad for Team Valentin Anderson. They would be 0-2 in golden sets.
It would be sad.
I don't know why you dislike Team Valentin Anderson.
I don't at all. I'm kind of pulling for them. I feel like they're kind of the underdogs here.
Okay.
So, Kevin, question for you. Do you start in the rotation you just left off in the match, or do you start in a new rotation?
It's a whole nother set.
Okay.
And as evidenced by, if you look at the side of Team De La Cruz, remember it was a front row attack that was blocked with Willow Johnson, who now starts in middle back.
Interesting.
So we're resetting. This is its own set, golden set. You get to come out in the rotation you want to come out in. Server you want to serve. Matchup that you're looking for at the net, perhaps. Katie Lukes is the chosen cannon from the service line for Team Valentin Anderson to get us started for the second time ever in a golden set. More Athletes Unlimited history here in week 1. What a weekend it's been. Off the hands, kill by Betania.
And so you see, you see Team De La Cruz starting with Betty in left front. So expect balls to left front here for the gold team.
Watson with the defense.
Incredible.
Put a libero jersey on. Tip played back, charging Fairs. No good. The save pays off. Karis Watson, well done.
And the finesse of Alicia Childress falling back to play that ball up into the air, but it's the initial save from Karis Watson, the middle blocker, and we got 2 quick points on the board for De La Cruz.
Maybe some bonus points for that. She gets 5 for the dig. That was more spectacular than 5. X1 tipped. That's not going down. Now that is 3-0. And keep in mind, we're playing to 5.
De La Cruz, the aggressor right now.
This is like 18 right now, 3-0. This is a team to 18. So no individual stat points are being awarded. We're just playing for team points here. And of course, pride that you won the golden set here in 2023. We're going to have the conclusion of this match next.
Take your lashes to paradise. My outfit, designer. But my mascara, drugstore. I mean, these results really speak for themselves. Is that not insane? Lash Paradise is that good. I'm obsessed.
Got a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year, they ain't even put me on some. Put me on some. Put me on some.
We're finishing the weekend with a golden set. Our last match of weekend number 1 is going extra overtime. 3-0 the lead from De La Cruz in this golden set, played to 5, win by 2. The time is now for Team Valentin Anderson to rally. It's Karis Watson serving. Miss. So 3-1. Well-timed timeout by Natalia Valentin Anderson sends Tori Dixon to the line. This is the rotation in which they made the rally.
It is.
At the end of the third.
With Tori Dixon back at the line, Kaz Brown back up at the net. Been a big blocker here late in this match.
And they continue to score in that row. 3-2. Kaz Brown, a blocking force. 6 blocks for number 10. Looking for 7. Not yet. All right, so golden set point for 2.
Betty attacking blockers' hands again and again.
Good rotation now. Willow Johnson in the front, De La Cruz in the front, Childress serving. Nomaris touched, followed by Fairs. Nomaris with it. Childress, Johnson, no. Betty standing in. And that one will not clear. 4-3. Side out has to be now, or we're just going to go overtime in the golden set.
This play by Nomaris to take a stab at first contact and then regain her composure and actually send the third contact over the net. Unbelievable.
Golden set point number 2. There it is, done.
with an exclamation point, I might add. Very done.
5-3, Team De La Cruz. Victorious, takes home 60 points. So they will score 100 total team points on the evening to 80 for Valentin Anderson. And Team De La Cruz will finish with the overall victory, 74-72.
Let's take a second look at it. It was so good. Betty with the pass, Betty with the swing. And you saw there that Kaz Brown went behind to defend Johnson. All kinds of angle for Betty De La Cruz. That is a mistake you can't afford to make.
Yeah, they gave up a run at the end of that third that caused the golden set, tied at 69. Athletes Unlimited Week 2 captains, Leah Edmond, Allie Linehan, Morgan Hens, Sydney Hilly, already confirmed. MVP points won't be enough. They're still going to hand them out, and it will matter in the overall. But Team Edmond is going to be completely broken up. What a weekend it was.
Yeah, no longer cats on the pins. We'll have 2 cats in the captain's chair, along with our Libero, Morgan Hens, a captain at the Libero position. That's going to be a lot of fun. And setter Sydney Hilly. So we've got a lot of young faces that will now have to make big decisions as we look ahead to the draft and what next week has to hold.
Oh, what do you do? How do you shore up your non-positions? If you're a libero, if you're a setter, who are you looking for first? How does the middle of the draft go? You want to follow that with Athletes Unlimited. See how it all plays out and how the new teams get put together. We put together a thriller to finish the weekend. 28-26, 25-16 in reverse, 25-18, and then a golden set, 5-3 for the eventual victory for Team De La Cruz. We'll be back next Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern to start weekend number 2. For Missy Whittemore and Savannah Collins, I'm Kevin Barnett. Once again, our final score, 74-72, Team De La Cruz.